Alright, welcome to the video slash podcast. If you're watching on video, please ignore this thing hanging in the background, right there. I know somebody's going to mention it, that's why I have to mention it. Ceiling's coming down, gotta repair it. Cars getting a little older, these things happen. Anyway, on to the video. Today, I wanted to go through Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life. Not the book, the actual list of 12 rules. Now, I read the book a couple of years ago, so some of these might not be in context in my mind. Some of them, you kind of have to know the subtext to make sense of them, and so I'm just going to react to them as I read them today. So, Jordan B. Peterson, Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, is a clinical psychologist. He has a bachelor's in political science and psychology with a doctorate in clinical psychology. So, pretty good, pretty solid guy to give solid advice on how to live a happy, meaningful, productive life. I remember thoroughly enjoying the book. Fuck it, might as well be a book review too, right? The book, when I read it 2 years ago, like I said, I can't remember a lot of the details of it, but the gist I enjoyed very much. And I will say, though, Jordan Peterson is a very wordy guy. He's a wordsmith of sorts, very intelligent, and has a large vocabulary that he likes to, exploit. So, if you're not one for big words, you might not like Rules for Life. It's not, in that sense, it's not your typical, book of list of things to do to succeed. It's a little more, it's a little more, I don't know what the word is, educated, I guess, than your average book. A lot of big words, a lot of deep and long explanations. So, if you're into that sort of thing, check it out. Anyway, let's get into the rules. 12 Rules for Life. Rule number 1. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. Solid rule, I think. On the surface, it doesn't sound like a rule for living, but it makes sense. It's having good posture. It's not only a sign of, confidence. You're displaying confidence and things of that nature. But you're also displaying, or at least practicing, what's the word? Why am I doing this today? It's discipline, okay? Because a lot of people slouch, especially nowadays with jobs where you sit all day. A lot of people slouch, and so to actually correct your posture on a regular basis is an exercise in discipline. Almost like meditating, like bringing yourself back to where you're supposed to be. So when you're meditating, you constantly try to bring yourself back to the breath and not focusing on anything else. When your thoughts come astray, you recognize it and bring it back. Same thing with posture. You notice throughout the day you're slouching, you're not walking with upright confidence, and then you correct it. It's a thing that you have to work on constantly. So, pretty good rule. Number 2, treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. Fantastic rule. A lot of people say, treat others like you want to be treated. I think this is a little better. It's a little more nuanced way of saying kind of the same thing. Treat yourself. This is how you care for yourself. Like you would treat someone that you've been told, hey, you have to take care of this person. Like you would treat your child. You want the best for them no matter what. You don't want them to suffer. You want to teach them right from wrong. You're supposed to treat yourself this way. So that's rule number 2. Rule number 3, befriend people who want the best for you. Excellent rule. You want to mind who you surround yourself with, man. It can make all the difference. You surround yourself with troublemakers, chances are you're going to get into some trouble. You surround yourself with negative people who complain all the time, man, you're going to be in a mindset that just doesn't have anything positive to add to the world. You're going to look around and be like, I'm disgusted with everything around me. No, you need to befriend people who have goals. You need to befriend people who have positive outlook, people who care about the right things, people who, they don't get bogged down in negative behaviors or negative things. They focus on the good and they want to make progress. So surround yourself with those type of people. So number 4, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Another great rule. Man, this list might be one of the best lists ever in terms of living a fulfilling life. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Don't compare yourself to other people, because you're not other people, man. There are crazy outliers out there who you're never going to be able to compete with. Okay? And then there are also fucking losers out there, man, that you might bring yourself down a few notches trying to emulate them. So, compare yourself to who you were. Are you better today than you were yesterday? Or are you worse off? If you're worse off, some corrections need to be made. Number 5, do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. Now, I remember this being a really nuanced thing. A lot of people would probably disagree with this on the surface. So, like I said, I don't remember all the nuances of it. But I kind of get it. Like, if you dislike your kids' behavior, chances are society will as well. You're setting them up for failure if you let them continue acting in a way that brings kind of distaste to mind for other people. If you see your kid acting like an asshole, correct him. Don't just let them keep acting like an asshole. Don't let them, it's good to let your kids express themselves, but if they're doing it to the detriment of their own, existence, if they're doing it to the detriment of their life and how they are perceived and how they're going to be able to interact with people in the future, you got to correct it, man. Let's see. Set your house in order. This is number 6. Set your house in order before you criticize the world. God, man, if everyone did that, there wouldn't be much criticism, would there? Because everybody's got things that they need to work on. Everybody's got problems. So this is basically just focus on yourself, man. Focus on your own family. Focus on the things close to you before you go around judging others, right? Thou shalt not judge. It's basically the same thing, man. Don't judge others. Focus on yourself. You can't tell other people how to live their life if you're living wrong. If you still got things you need to correct, you need to correct those before you go telling other people how to behave. By the way, that's not what I'm doing with this. I'm going over his list of rules. I'm not telling you how to behave, because I got plenty to work on myself. Number 7, pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. So, do things that really matter, man. Do things that matter to you. Do things that are going to make a difference. Don't pursue things just because they're there. Don't pursue things that are only fun. But also don't pursue things to the detriment of yourself. Don't pursue things that people, that you think people want you to do, Focus on what is meaningful to you and to the world. Focus on those things. That's what you want to pursue in life. Okay, number 8. Tell the truth, or at least don't lie. I fucked this one up a bunch of times, man. This is one of the best rules on here. Because, when you tell the truth, you may lose people around you. You may, it may push people away. And this is not tell the truth like be an asshole. Just being honest. Being honest. Don't lie. Don't portray yourself as something you're not. This is stuff that I have struggled with. This is stuff that I've done. And I know that telling the truth is, goddamn, it's hard. Really fucking hard. And it hurts. It hurts you sometimes. It hurts others sometimes. Sometimes you got to go through it, man. If you did something wrong, you have to admit it. You have to be honest, because, goddamn, like you said, it's tell the truth, or at least don't lie. So it means don't be an asshole, but be honest. So at least don't lie. Don't tell fucking straight up lies. You don't have to go out of your way to be an asshole and tell people what what you think of them. Not like that. Just be honest about who you are and what you've done. Okay. This is number 9, assume whoever you're listening to knows something that you don't. Man, just, how many people have you met and you feel like, I don't think this person knows more than me about whatever subject you're talking about, right? But then you find out at some point in your relationship with them that they know a whole lot about something else that you know nothing about, because they've either studied it or they've lived through it. They have personal experience with it in some way. Dude, it's so true. There could be someone that you think is dumb as a box of rocks, right? But hey, man, they might have had some life experiences that you've never had, which taught them a lot of lessons that you have yet to learn. You can learn stuff from everybody. It's a good fucking rule, man. Good rule. Okay, number 10. Be precise in your speech. So don't beat around the bush. Don't be indirect to try to spare feelings or whatever it is. Be direct in what you want to say. Mean what you say. Say what you mean. And be direct about it. Don't bullshit. Be exact. Be precise. When you ask someone for something or you tell someone something, you have to be direct and not make it sound like a question. Be direct. Do not bother children while they are skateboarding. And I think this is number 11. I think this, like I said, these last two are very nuanced. Dr. Peterson had a long explanation for these that made it make sense. So these I'm not too sure about, but do not bother children while they are skateboarding. I think that just kind of means sometimes you have to let a kid rebel as long as it is in a healthy way. If a kid is doing something rebellious, it's in their nature. It is in their nature to rebel, to break away from their parents, to find things that maybe even their parents dislike or have negative thoughts about. As long as they're not literally harming themselves or someone else, I think what he's saying here, I could be wrong. Correct me in the comments if you know. But it sounds like kind of let them evolve, right? Don't try to stamp that out, because by stamping that out, you're going to have them rebel in even more dangerous ways. Skateboarding ain't shit in comparative ways kids can rebel. I know. From experience, dude. Alright, number 12. We've reached the end, folks. Number 12. And this is the one that I have no idea what it means. I don't remember. I don't remember reading this chapter in the book. You would think I would remember because it's so weird. Number 12. Pet a cat when you encounter one in the street. I gotta guess maybe it's supposed to mean it's like stop and smell the roses, kind of like be in the present moment, show care in the present moment. Don't be somewhere else. You see a cat walking across the street, hey, come here, kitty, kitty, pet it. I don't know. I could be way off. I could be way off on my definition of that 12th rule, but anyway, those are Jordan Peterson's 12 rules for life, broken down by me, Brett Scott. If you enjoyed it, and you enjoy videos like this, where I basically just talk about whatever I want to each day, subscribe for more, because that's what I do here. Like the video, share the video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.